Hello, I'm back. You may, or probably may not, have noticed that I have disappeared from YouTube for the last 6 months or so. I don't think I've posted since January. And I have quite a few life updates to share with you. First and foremost, I took a step back from YouTube because 2025 was a year of doing the most for me. I was posting consistently on TikTok, which I have been doing. I just added YouTube once a week into my rotation, and I was posting on Substack once a week, on top of training for 2 marathons. I fostered a dog for a little bit. I was trying to maintain my social plans. I was working my corporate job, my 9 to 6. I was really doing a lot and it was overwhelming. And I decided that 2026 was my year of rest and relaxation. And that meant dropping the ball somewhere. And that ball ended up being YouTube. I just decided that I needed to take a little bit of a break because it's the platform that does take the most time for me and I'm not the most comfortable with. So it just naturally became the one that I let go of for a little bit. So, what have I been up to these last 6 months? Oh my gosh, so much. I actually just completed my yoga teacher training, my 200-hour certification. So, I'm officially a yoga teacher. That has been taking up my weekends for about 3.5, 4 months or so. And it was truly such a life-changing experience. It's something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I wrote a whole Substack post about the things that I learned if you're interested in checking that out. But it's such a unique experience. The group of people that I got to do it with were all so incredible. And I just left feeling so fulfilled and having a whole new group of friends. And yeah, I really am going to cherish that time. I also went on a trip with my two best friends. We go on an international trip together every single year. And this year was Scandinavia. We did Copenhagen, Stockholm, Oslo, Flom, and Bergen. So we did 3 countries, 5 cities in about 10 days. It was such a beautiful trip. It was so energizing and rejuvenating at the same time. It was just exactly what I needed at this time right after completing the yoga teacher training. And finally, probably the biggest update is I quit my corporate job and I have no backup plan. This is not a decision that I took lightly at all. It's something that I've been mulling over for 6 to 8 months now. And when I finally officially made the decision, it really did feel like a weight lifted off of me. It's still terrifying. It's scary. It feels like I'm kind of going backwards in some ways in my life. But at the same time, I feel like there are so many possibilities available to me right now. And I'm really excited to see what the future brings. So I'm stepping into a new chapter for sure. And I'm sure I'll share more about my thoughts, about my feelings, this entire experience and journey, and kind of what led me here once I've had time to sit with it and process it a little bit more. But since I've made the decision, I feel like my life has been so go, go, go. I still had the yoga teacher training going on. I had my travels, and I'm also actually moving back home for the summer. So I'm also in the middle of packing up and getting ready to leave this apartment that I've spent a really important and formative 3 years in. And that makes me so sad. This move and this change is really bittersweet, but you have to let go of your old life in order to make room for your new one. And that comes with a lot of grief, and that's normal and that's okay. Change is scary and it comes with loss. And I'm just navigating all of these feelings right now, and trying to balance the positives with also letting myself feel nostalgic and feel sad too, letting myself just process all of this. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at and where I've been. I know that was a lot in just a couple of minutes. But in this vlog, I thought that I would just take you through my last few days in this city, in this apartment, packing up, getting things ready and just really soaking in my last few days here. Today is Thursday. My last day at my job is actually 1 week from today, next Thursday, and I'm officially fully moving out of here next Saturday. But this weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend. I don't have a ton of plans. I am hanging out with a friend on Saturday, but then on Sunday, my parents are coming and they're going to help pack up the majority of my stuff and only leave me with the essentials here. So I have a ton of boxes behind me, which you can probably see, and I have to actually pack them now. So that's really what I'm going to be doing today and tomorrow, packing up and getting ready so that when they do come here on Sunday, it'll hopefully just be a really quick load into my dad's truck, and there won't be as much for them to do when they get here. We'll chat more, but just wanted to make sure I gave a little intro before I just dived into all the things. So I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, moving is actually so overwhelming. I forgot how much this sucks because I haven't done it in 3 years. I'm starting to move things out of my room, like all the boxes that I've accumulated, into the kitchen because my parents are coming in about an hour to take the majority of my stuff. And I'm still here for another week after today. So it's kind of this weird balance of like, what do I still need? What do I need to keep here? What can I send back with them? Obviously, it's not that much that I need to keep. I'm only here for a week, but I also don't want to accidentally pack anything away. So I'm like, stressed and trying to figure it all out. And I cannot wait to be done with this. I apologize for the horrendous lighting and for the fact that I just got out of the shower, so I have no makeup on. But today is now Monday. It's Memorial Day, so I have the day off. And my parents came yesterday to help kind of get the majority of my stuff out of here. So my room is looking pretty bare, but still has quite a few things in here. My closets are both empty except for the couple of items that you see hanging right there that I just need to get me through this final week because I am going into the office twice this week. And I have a load of laundry to do, and then I have towels in my laundry basket that I also need to wash, and then I want to wash my bed sheets. But essentially the last two furniture items in my room that we have to take back are my bed and my desk, which we're gonna disassemble the next time that my parents come next Saturday. And there are just a couple of little boxes. There's a big suitcase over here and some art pieces that I didn't want them to take yesterday because it was downpouring, and there were unfortunately a couple of things that they transported back yesterday that I know got ruined in the rain. But they're like furniture pieces that I don't really care about and I'm only using for the time being until I move back out of my parents' house, and then at which point we're going to toss that furniture because it's really bad quality already anyway. And then I'm going to buy new furniture once I move out again. But my art pieces, I said absolutely not. We are not sacrificing that. I am not even allowing there to be a shot for them to get ruined. So they didn't take those back with them yesterday. So anyway, I had myself a little bit of a slow morning. I've kind of just been laying in bed because it was also downpouring this morning. The rain finally stopped and I went to the gym, and then I came back, had lunch, and showered. And now I'm going to tidy up my room and just figure out what else I have left to pack while I watch the last 2 episodes of season 4 of The Lincoln Lawyer. And if you haven't seen the show, you absolutely have to. It is so addicting once you get into it. And I've been really behind and haven't caught up on the newest season yet. So I'm trying to finally finish it now. We're almost there though. So close. Okay, it is now several days later. Today is Friday. I had my very last day of my job yesterday, and today I have to finish packing up because my parents are moving me out fully tomorrow. So it is my last full day in this apartment, which is so bittersweet. But yeah, I have stuff everywhere because I've been living out of just like my last remaining items out of a little carry-on bag for the last week. And so I've just been kind of throwing things everywhere because they don't have a home right now. So I need to actually organize this in a way that will be easy to move tomorrow. So that's what you're gonna see me do right now. think I've done as much as I possibly can right now. It's only like 10 a.m. now, and most of these bags are all packed. These are a couple of items that I'm still going to need, and these right here, that's like my makeup products and stuff because I'm not leaving until tomorrow early afternoon. So I have like my clothes laid out for tomorrow, a couple of final last minute things. But for the most part, we're almost all packed. It is now a couple days later since the last clip that you guys saw, and I am now at my parents' house. Honestly, it was way too stressful to film on Saturday when my dad came to pack up the rest of my stuff because there was a parade and the road was closed down, so he couldn't park in front of my apartment, and we had to like quickly just get as much of my stuff out as we could. So we couldn't get my bed or my desk or TV or a couple of other little things out of the apartment. And so we're actually going back tomorrow. Thank God that my no longer roommate, my old roommate, her new roommate isn't moving in until August. So I have a couple of extra days where I can now go back and pick up those things. Obviously not an ideal situation to have to go back, but it is what it is, and we're just gonna move on from that. But I'm sitting in what is going to become my room. I'm feeling super stressed out because there are just like so many boxes and things all over the place, but until we get the bed and the desk, I can't really set anything up in here because that has to come in first, and we have to like see how much more room there will be in here, and then move in the dresser and the other little things that I have. So right now I'm going to be living out of these little boxes for the next couple of days, and I'm going to spend this week just getting myself situated and set up. But yeah, we made it. We're here. I feel like I've been living in a little bit of a limbo period for the last couple of weeks because I had already started packing, I was traveling a bit, I had a couple of last minute things to do for work and whatever it was. And so I've been kind of off my routine, off my game a little bit. So I am excited after this week to get back on track with those things, get back on track with like all my healthy habits and just having a nice new routine here. So once I figure out what that's gonna look like, I'll be sure to update you guys too. I'm sure there will be another vlog of me settling into a routine here. But today I'm just taking it easy. We had my cousin's communion yesterday, so I also didn't do anything yesterday other than that. And today I'm just chilling, and tomorrow is when the real work is gonna begin. Okay, it's about 1 week later, and I am finally here to show you the final product. Essentially, mostly what I'm working with. There is still quite a lot of stuff just everywhere because I have a lot of stuff, and this is a lot smaller of a space that I'm moving into, and I don't have as many pieces of furniture and things like that that I'm working with. But for what I need, it's gonna serve its purpose. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this video. I spent my first week at home letting myself fully just rest, enjoy myself, and not set any to-do list whatsoever. And this week is finally time to get back into a routine and start taking some steps toward whatever it is that I'm gonna do next. So Be sure to subscribe if you're interested in following along on the journey. It's going to be an interesting one because I don't know where it's going to end, but I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will be posting more frequently, I promise.